Yo, what's up, everybody? It's D-Tune coming at you. I usually don't do things like this, but the NBA awards were released fully today, and I had to just give my full-on reaction of how I feel about some of these awards because some of them were kind of crazy. Some of them were well deserved, but some of them were crazy. So let me know what y'all think of me doing this, and let's get into it. So, first award that they released was Coach of the Year. Coach of the Year, I think, was pretty straightforward. Two people deserved it, in my opinion. No offense to Eric Spoelstra, but Taylor Jenkins and Monty Williams, 100%. Taylor Jenkins, Memphis Grizzlies, who expected them to even be anywhere, anything close to what they were today? I mean, shout out to John Morant, but hell, even without John Morant, they were still what, like 19-1? It was something ridiculous. They had an incredible year, but I think Monty Williams well deserved this award. The Phoenix Suns, with all they dealt with, being out without D Book, CP3, they had a lot of injuries, a lot of COVID protocols all year, yet they still won 70 games. Like, yo, that's nuts. That's nuts. Monty Williams, seeing the journey where he's came from, definitely well deserved. Well deserved. Congratulations. Mad props to Monty on that award. Well deserved. Next up, we have Most Improved. Whew. Okay, this is where it gets kind of hazy. Most Improved. If we're talking about, which I guess this award is, biggest jump in the NBA, John Morant, 100%. Yes, his jump was immaculate. It was immense. But the only thing is, if I was Ja or a ball player, I would be offended if I was the number two draft pick, won Rookie of the Year, and now winning Most Improved. This is me. This ain't no improved. This is just me, making my next step. You know what I'm saying? He was top 10 in MVP running. What? This ain't no most improved. This is what I'm gonna keep doing. So is he going to most improved next year if he makes a similar jump? Um, I know that's what the award's based off and why he won, but I feel like there was other more deserving. I always see most improved. I don't want to see the best of the best in the most improved category, and I feel like Ja is one of the best of the best. If you're top 10 in MVP runner, you're one of the best of the best. Um, I think, in my opinion, though, Darius Garland was the winner of this award. Seeing what he did without Colin Sexton this year, I mean, Colin Sexton went out in the first month. He was supposed to be his right hand man, and he had to play this whole season without Colin Sexton. Yes, he did get a lot of step up from Jared Allen, a lot of step up from Evan Mobley they didn't expect, but I mean, Darius Garland, he was first time All Star playing for Cleveland. Had him in the playoffs. They lost in a playing game, which was unfortunate. But hey, they made an incredible jump. I think he was deserving this award. And if not Darius Garland, Dejounte Murray. Dejounte Murray was another great, great, great player this year. I know he had a lot of potential to come out of college. He ended up having that season and an injury a few years back. A lot of people then were kind of judging, is he going to be good? Is he gonna be, like, how is he going to be? I think he proved all the haters wrong this year. I think he proved them wrong. He absolutely balled this year. I mean, damn near averaged almost a triple double. So, in my opinion, Darius Garland should have had this award, but mad props to Ja because he did make a immense jump. I mean, it's a crazy jump, and I'm a fan. I love Ja to death. So shout out. But if I had to vote, I definitely would take Darius Garland in my opinion. Next up, we got Six Man of the Year. Six Man of the Year was a lock. I think it was a lock before the season even started. I texted my friend. I told him, I said, preseason award, Six Man of the Year goes to Tyler Hero. 100%. Tyler Hero is one of those players like Jamal Crawford in the past where he can start any team he wants to. Well, not any team, but you know what I'm saying. He can be a starter. But with being the Miami Heat and such a loaded team, and they have such a centralized, core people that they put out there. I mean, he could start with Duncan Robinson. He could start over some of these players, but bringing him off the bench is the right thing to do because it allows him to kind of keep that funk, keep that spark, because he can make his own shot, all that. So I think Six Man of the Year was a lock. Kevin Love and Cameron Johnson were the other three. Were the other two runners up. They didn't stand a chance. Kevin Love, I don't think started doing well until the second half of the season when Mobley went down, when Jared Allen was going down. Mobley was in and out the lineup. Um, Kevin Love's still impressive, being of his age. Anyone in their 30s of hooping, I give mad credit to because I know age played a huge factor, especially in basketball. Cameron Johnson, solid player, but yeah, he's up and down, up and down. So Tyler Hero, well deserved, well deserved. Defensive Player of the Year. Whew, another hazy one. Um, Again, I want to give mad credit to Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, great defender. I know a lot of people put him in the caliber of Drew Holiday when it comes to defending guards. You know, guards say they hate going against him because he's such a annoying pest when having to play. Because he's always there, he's always under your skin, he's always flopping, he's always doing this stuff to get on your skin. But if I had to say in it, my vote would have went to 100% Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges was, I mean, he's Iron Man. He didn't miss a game this season. With the Suns losing players day in day out, I think he was well deserved. I mean, how I look at it, the Suns aren't a super defensive team. I know they have in their starting lineup the defensive players. They have Bridges, Jay Crowder, 3 and D. Then they have Aiden, Aiden down low menace. Then they also have JaVale McGee come off the bench. They have defensive players, but with D-Book and CP, they can't guard the other team's best player. So they need someone to do that. And Mikal Bridges always steps up. He always steps up and does that while still being a great on offense. I know it's an offense war, but while still being great on offense too. So I mean, in my opinion, I think Mikal deserved, especially with them being a 70-win team. That is, people don't understand how big that is. Winning 70 games is not easy. No offense to Marcus Smart, he 100% did great, but Mikal Bridges should have won in my opinion. That's just me. Rudy Gobert, I think he's one of those players that he's always going to be. I mean, he's a defensive monster down low. I mean, hell, he just said that he can limit Shaq, which, all right, Gobert. Let's not get crazy now. Shaq might be the most dominant player ever to play this basketball game. To play the game of basketball, you cannot limit Shaq. So let's stop there. But he got paid $200 million to do exactly what he does, and that's block shots. So I think he'll always be within top 5 defenders in this league, as long as he's healthy. But if I had to vote, Mikal Bridges would have been my pick. Up next, we had Rookie of the Year. Whew. Rookie of the Year. And I don't want to sound like I'm hating on Scotty Barnes because dude can ball. Dude is a matchup nightmare. There's games he started at center. Then those games he started at point guard. I've never seen that before. But since like Oscar Robertson or something, like back in those days. Like, dude started at point guard. He could play 1 through 5. That's absolutely crazy. But it just doesn't make sense to me. They throughout the year, NBA releases rookie ladders, and number 1 the whole year was Evan Mobley. It was Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and then later in the season it became Evan Mobley and then Cade Cunningham when he started playing and started just absolutely going crazy. So in my head it's like, where does Scotty Barnes how does he slip in to win this award? It's just Evan Mobley. He was a menace all year. I'm talking about block shots, double doubles, a few 30-point games here and there, and then the Cavs were winning too. Like no one expected the Cavs to be winning, and then they're winning. I guess it might have had some effect later in the season when Jared Allen went down and they moved Mobley to the center, and then he was kind of getting exposed going against different people. But even still, I was like, I mean, you gotta look at his whole sample size. I think the whole year he was deserving that award. That would have been my pick, but Cade Cunningham even, I think, should have had the nod over Scotty Barnes. I know Cade didn't play a lot the first half of the season, still was in and out the second half, but still. But hey, that makes me feel good about the future of this league. It's very bright. And Scotty Barnes, I mean, I'm not mad at the pick. I just wouldn't have made it. That would have been my vote. But hey, shout out to Scotty for that win, 100%. And lastly, we have the 2021-2022 Most Valuable Player Award. MVP. This is the one that I don't want to sound like a hater, but Jokic should not have won this award. He should not have won this award. This award should have gone to Joel Embiid. I think this award should be. I know they say all these awards are regular season awards. They're not including playoffs. But damn it, we need to include playoffs with this award. Jokic is an amazing regular season player. He does great. He makes the playoffs. But he also gets bounced from the playoffs every single year. Every year he gets bounced. Like, no offense to my guy, but I know he didn't have Jamal Murray. I know he had Will Barton's in and out with injury. I know no Michael Porter Jr. I know this, but hey, I mean it. Still, like, his numbers are great, yes, but Most valuable player? No, man, no. Most valuable player should have went to Embiid. To Embiid, that should have been it. Embiid, he played the most games he's played in his career this season. He was an absolute menace. Even when he played against Jokic, he was an absolute menace. Um, if you look at the center, I mean, if you had to rank centers, I would rank even Embiid as a better center than Jokic. So in my head, I was like, how did that happen? And then people were saying when the trade happened, when James Harden came to Philadelphia, that it was gonna mess with Embiid's stats, that he won't be the same. His numbers even went up. It went up. Come on, come on. And to being the first center to average win a scoring title, like win a scoring title since what, Shaq? That's just, come on, come on. That should have went to Embiid, Embiid. And then even Giannis too. Like, yeah, I think Giannis being ranked third, I think finishing third. I think that's Giannis is going through the LeBron syndrome right now. I think Giannis is the best player, top two, three best player in the league. I have KD, LeBron still floating around, having B floating around there too. But Giannis can be, arguably the best player in the NBA right now. But when you look at sample size, when you look at what he did the whole year, I don't think he deserved MVP over these two. He could have won it. I think if he would have won it, no one would be mad because, I mean, damn it, Giannis is a monster. He's a menace. He goes crazy night in, night out. He's gonna give you his heart night in, night out. But I don't think he should have won it over those two anyway. So, but for MVP, it should have been Joel Embiid. That's my pick. But you know, those are my thoughts on these NBA awards. Let me know what y'all think. I've never done any type of reaction like this before. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, please. If y'all don't mind, like and subscribe if y'all enjoyed it. I definitely, if y'all like it, I'll definitely start coming out with some of these more. But until next time, peace.